So, the stream should actually be good this time. It shouldn't be lagging like 2 FPS this time, so I think I got that fixed finally. So now one thing you're gonna see right away is this is not the same thing like before. I just scrapped the old city. So we're restarting it. We're restarting it. Let's see. This is gonna be an open world game. I'm not gonna go too in depth about the gameplay mechanics or anything because I don't want to give any false hope yet right now. Once we get more finished stuff in, we'll start showing gameplay, but we're just on the building stage. There's some gameplay stuff being worked on, but not showing any of it. We're just gonna do the roads again. So last time I completed the city, but I was changing the lines and everything, but I felt that the map was too small, and I felt that the roads were inconsistent in a way. And not to mention they were all one lane, just one this way, one that way. So I decided to add highway roads and everything. And overall, it's just going to become bigger, the map. I also wasn't a fan of how the city was nice and all, but some of the buildings, their placements, their structure, it just didn't satisfy me. So we're just rebuilding this from the ground up because I can. But it sucked having to delete the building. But we still have the gas station here. This is probably where spawn area will be, around this area. Got a parking lot here. Probably this area is some sort of shop area. Let's see. So, we'll see how that goes. So now we just gotta work on more roads. But before we start doing more roads, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a little template to see if I like the placement. I still have to find a place for this building. It used to be around here, but I just can't manage to make it work. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm also currently just removing. If you're in the past stream, there's a desert area here. I'm removing the desert area for now. I'm not sure if it will be in the end product, but if there is a desert area, it'll probably be on this side. But for now, I'm just gonna skip the terrain. Terrain will come in later, because trying to build a city with the terrain, it gets messy and everything. There's a lot of stuff I want to add to this city. A lot. So, we'll see. I could maybe add a water fountain area. But right now, we're going to focus on the roads. Hold on. But this is the one area that I'm trying to make this building fit in somewhere, but as you can see, it's not in the best position right now. Wait. I think I came up. Okay. Wait, no, that won't work because of that lane. We'll just focus. We'll forget that. We'll get to that part later. We'll just focus on this side of the city right now. So a game I'm working on right now is open world. I'm done streaming any Spectre development because there's not much. By the way, just a heads up, season 4 is done. There's no release date for it yet because I want to make sure everything is actually set up and rendered properly. And then I'm not sure yet. There is a little rumor that we may do one. Well, I may at least partake in one last Spectre 1 update. Nothing crazy, just something small. But there's just not much you should expect from Spectre right now, because at the end we're all working on different projects. Well, Polys and I are working on this game, Project Argon. I don't know what Aloris is working on. There's Aerophobes on a simulator with low polys, and then there's Freeze Tag. But I've also been in discussion about making another game. And honestly, I know I said I don't want to, but I kinda want to make another horror game. I just don't think it'll be this year. And the reason why I want to make another horror game is because honestly, I think the one thing that both Spectre 1 and 2 failed on is the horror aspect. I think they both fell short when it came to the horror. And I want another chance. I want another shot at making an actual horror game. It'd be a different type of gameplay though. But that's not in my current future. So this year, I don't. The only thing this year I have planned is more freeze tag updates, Project Argon, and finishing up any last Spectre thing before I officially stop working on it. So, there is that. And like I said, I just want to get a layout. I want to get these roads. Some roads will be shorter, some will be longer, and all that. I don't know if I want to redo it again, where originally there was 2 roads here and there was a highway wall here. I'll probably do that again. We'll see. I'm trying to keep the city layout kind of similar to my past one, because I like the past one, but my issue with the past one was that it's just I didn't like the layout in a way, I guess. I don't know. There's gonna be customization Project Argon. I don't know what it'll be though. That's the one thing we haven't really talked about, well, Polys and I. There'll be some sort of customization. It's not preset characters or anything. We'll see. I know we were talking about how cars should work, and I'm pretty excited to see how cars go. Because they're a pretty important aspect for this game. Because it would kind of be annoying walking around this city as the only method of travel. So we'll have 4 district blocks like that. The same. I want more variety. We've yet to even talk about what kind of cars we want. We've yet to even discuss how we're even going to model the cars, because that's one thing. That's one thing. None of us really know how to model cars, but perhaps that will change soon. Okay, I think I'll like. Let's see, so that's. I like building. It's a very fun process. I just can't get bored of building. It's pretty fun. I have no idea when this game will be finished. I don't want to give any false hope, like I said. You're just gonna have to be patient. But the game is open world. I can't say much about its gameplay yet because it's subject to change. It will mostly be PvP aspect, I will say that. That is one thing I can say. You'll be able to get cars and everything. I don't know if you'll be able to purchase stuff, like, where you can do stuff or whatever, but we'll see. Yeah, the plan for this game is to support all devices, though honestly, the more I think about it, I don't know how we're gonna support mobile. But we'll try. Yeah, I looked the last. Let me see real quick. It's not jailbreak. You won't have to like run away and anything. It's just it it's gonna promote groups. That's kind of the main focus with the game. To have like a social aspect, so like, I guess gangs. I guess I don't know. Like two groups would be fighting each other. Like you can make rivals with each other and everything. That's the plan. Just checking something really quick that Alora sent. So that's the one you were looking at. I would say it's a good price, Dolores, because the play side, especially when you compare it to the others, are almost identical, and it's on a decent discount. So that'll be nice. Yeah, we're gonna focus on Xbox. So one thing, we're guaranteed PC support and Xbox support. That is the one thing we're focusing on. Now, mobile is the tricky part for this game because, as you know, mobile devices, it's a bit harder to optimize for it, but we're not trying to like not build this game around mobile, because we want as many people to play this game. But I can't say for certain. That's the only thing. So, but I definitely think this game will be playable on mobile in some capacity. Yeah, I don't know, Lord, it's up to you. I think it's a fair price, because when I was looking at the other play side, Tile and Knife Dopplers, especially Phase 2, they're usually $900, and they still had a lot of pink on the play side as yours. The one you were looking at. Okay, I think I'll do this. Now comes the part where I set up more roads. I don't think there will be horror in this game, but like I said, the goal is to have some sort of like we want a community to be built off this game where you can build a group with your friends or strangers you meet in the game, and then you could be rivals with another group, right? You could, and all that. That's something we really want to focus on. But like I said, I am down to do another horror game at some point, just not this year. I know I said I'm not down before in the last stream, but I'm down again. Mostly because I think Spectre 2 and Spectre 1, in terms of horror, was possibly so boring. I just, most of the time, I was never scared. Ever. The only time I'd ever get scared in Spectre was the jump scares, and I think that's a cheap tactic. I wish we had more ambiance or all that. But another thing was trying to balance Spectre 1 and 2 to work on mobile, because mobile is just, your guys' writing setting is so annoying. Which in a way kind of was fixed in Spectre 2, but it also wasn't. That's the issue. Because you could change your brightness, but at the same time, we still have to make it somewhat not dark on default. It's a whole complicated thing. I just feel like if we were to make another horror game, at least I want to, again, I want it to be fully dark. I don't want, to repeat the same mistake we did, where the game is by default is bright. Like, you'll have an option again if you really want to increase the brightness, mostly for mobile devices, but I want the default experience to actually be scary. And yeah, the jump scares in Spectre 2, the death one, I like it. They were inconsistent. That was my issue. Sometimes I just did not want to play. And I don't know why, but oh well. Rip my man Aloris. I'm sorry, Aloris, that happened to you. Damn. Bro barely didn't even get to cop the knife. Don't worry, the goal for me is to stream every week. So you'll be able to see this game's progress. Eventually, the exciting week will be when the game actually has gameplay and all that in the teaser. I can't wait. But I'm excited about this game. It's a game that Lopez and I have always wanted to make for such a long time. I think a lot of issues is that everyone sees an open world game and instantly thinks, "Oh, jailbreak." It's not jailbreak. Okay. Oh, this middle lane is the worst to deal with, in particular, because I have to add these little spots. We're still tweaking the car system right now. We don't know how we want it to work. We just got the basics down. But I did say that I think it would be really cool if the cars could, like, break down and whatever. As a way to, like... I don't know. There's so much stuff we can do. I want this game to take its time and have all of its details fleshed out and everything. So I can't wait. I want to remove that part, but I also don't want to at the same time. Yeah, no, that's why I'm not talking a lot about this game's gameplay yet, because I don't want to give false hope again, because there was a lot of stuff we said Perspective 2, and then it never happened. So, I don't want to repeat that again, and neither does Low Polys. This is a game we're taking our time with. Because the truth is, we wanted to announce this game like a while ago, but at the same time, we're like, let's slow down. We know we're gonna run into issues again, and it's just best to just let the game develop first, and then all that. Once we get more of the basics down, we'll announce what this game is, gameplay and all that. So we're just, that's it. We don't. One thing, like I said, it's open world. That's one thing. That's not going to change. And we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to see how far we can get. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that managed to slip in testing. That's another thing. I know a lot of people are like, man, you guys should have tested a lot more. Yeah, we should have, but at the same time, if I'm gonna be honest, we barely got, for some of the Spectre 2 tests, barely anyone played sometimes, and barely anyone reported bugs. Whereas the freeze tag testing, it went so much smoother. I definitely prefer what we did with freeze tag. Overall, we got more feedback from the testers, and we also were able to fix bugs in a timely manner and get feedback. Whereas Spectre 2, it wasn't as organized, but it also didn't help that some people in the community just, like, the people that actually were testers just didn't respond. And so, in terms to fix that, we look for people in our Discord server that we knew we're gonna play. We knew we're gonna respawn, and then we're also gonna give us feedback. And we got that. We got exactly what we were looking for with the freeze tag tests. So that'll happen again for this game. We're gonna redo the same process we did with freeze tag with this game's. Once we know testing goes perfect and everything, we'll announce the game's release date and all that. I actually really liked what we did there. It worked better dev side and it worked better community side. Okay, so I think I can now remove these. Got more plot filled in and everything. Now comes more of these road things. Oh, that is one thing I need to change. This should actually be yellow. I will get to that later though. I'm not too worried about it. There's so many cool things we want to do with this game. And there's so many things I want to talk about. But I don't want to get ahead. I don't want to get ahead. Oh, yeah, 6. I did start at 6, right? Now, one thing I don't. I need to ask the Polys if this game has group leader. I think there is group leaders. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't remember. But this game is mostly the goal is to revolve it around group play. But if you are not a person that has friends or likes to play in groups, we are looking into ways how to make this game fun for solo players. So we're looking into that too. It's not just gonna be where if you don't have a group, you're out of luck. We'll figure something out for you solo players. What? Am I still streaming? Yeah, it says I am. What? Just said I went down to 0 viewers and my screen just froze on everything. Oh, okay, now it's back up to 6 and... Okay, YouTube. It just said my stream ended and then it just came back. That's... Okay. Thought my Wi-Fi went up for a bit. I've been doing pretty good so far. Took a little break from development for a little bit, and now I'm back. But I must say, as much as I love building, this is very time consuming. Especially considering how long this takes. Oh. It can be annoying. I don't mind it. The best part is when I'm not streaming or listening to music, I just pull up a movie on the side that I want to watch. That I've always wanted to watch for a long time. Pull it up and I just start developing and watching the movie. It's fun. I like it. See, I think my internet froze for a little. Because it said on my end the stream ended, but then it just came back. So I'm guessing on my end I froze for a little bit. Is it? I can't tell what is. Okay. No, it is something on YouTube. Okay. I'm back. I don't know how to stream. I think my Wi-Fi is kind of dying right now. Hey, look at it. I'm after season 4 releases Perspective 2. I'm done with it. And I just want to see. The quality looks fine though. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what was going on there. I just restarted the stream really quick to see if that fixes it. Cause it kept freezing on my end now. Alright, hopefully that's fixed now. But yeah, after the season 4 update for Spectre 2, I'll be done with Spectre 2. I'll be focusing all my time onto other projects like this one and Freeze Tag. And possibly more projects in the future. The original goal was to work on Spectre 2 for at least till the end of 2023, but how the game is right now and everything, and how every other developer is, Volpali's, Alorist, there's no motivation, so. There's not much I can do. Alright, have a good day. So I continue to suffer with roads. This is arguably my least favorite part right now. God, I really hate doing these lines. The road work is fine till I have to get to these lines. This is just another level pain for me here. But I love Argon too. Except I have a gun being held to my head right now. I cannot speak anything crazy. I leak one gameplay of Argon and I'm boom. I'm replaced by a bot. Argon is the group. We do have a name for the game right now. We're not sure if it's final, but we're not saying the game name yet. We're gonna leave that for now. But it is open world. I will say that. That's the one thing I can say. I hate making these lines so much. They're literally the worst part of any part of development for me on this city. Everything else is completely fine. Except this. Now, little Polly, I don't know if you're still here. But if you are, I'm thinking that lines should honestly just be removed on mobile. Or at least a setting to remove them. To reduce lag if it works like that. Because I have tried experimenting with materials, but once we start making the curved roads, it starts to look horrendous. Really bad. I don't think anyone will work on Spectre 2 after this season 4. I think no lores, low polys, no motivation to work anymore, really, on Spectre. So. I wish we never made a Spectre 2. I just wish we just jumped to a new game completely. Because our issue with Spectre 1 was coding-wise. Spectre, as far as I remember, Spectre 1's code wasn't the greatest. Yeah, I saw what you sent, Alorist. I just can't imagine not owning a butterfly knife, though. Hell. I look down on people that don't own a single butterfly knife in CSGO. They're mad pricey though, but it's funny. I've got all mine through boxes. I prefer... Oh, I'm sorry you own a $200 butterfly knife in real life, but not a $1 grand. CS, ooh. In terms of gameplay, I preferred Spectre 2 so much more. Because you didn't just sit in a room and then just wait for the ghost to do stuff. Because you could put the book somewhere else, try to increase the chance, or all that. It required more movement and everything. And there's a lot of features that I think a lot of people tend to overlook. Such as... What was it again? There's a feature that oh yeah. The fact that the ghost actually interacted with a map. Spectre 1, it barely did that. You know, in Spectre 2, you could interact with the TV, the monitor. Could lure the ghost around, had to follow it for orbs and everything. Overall, it just required more activity. Like, you actually had to move around and not just sit in one place. And I prefer Spectre 2's ghost models way more. I know a lot of people like Spectre 1 ghost models more, but I was not a fan of Spectre 1 models at all. I think they were goofy looking. There was nothing to be terrified. So... That's how I saw it, at least. I just think Spectre 2 was overall an improvement over Spectre 1. The only thing I could say I really liked Spectre 1 more than 2? Ooh. I'm trying to think, honestly. I was not a fan, honestly, of Spectre 1. There's gotta be something I like, though. I don't remember. I do like the upgrading system in Spectre 2. I know a lot of people complained about how Spectre 2 felt grindy, but at the same time, you saved so much more money with Spectre 2 when you upgraded your items. And you kept repurchasing your items over and over and over again. It was not that hard to upgrade. I think a lot of people were just overreacting in a way, in my opinion, at least. That's how I see it. Alright, that's a new set of roads. I forgot something here. This part. Yeah. I kept looking at the highway and I'm like, what? Something is missing. This is what was missing. I have no idea how I'm going to do these traffic lights yet. That is something I did not realize. Well, at least we constructed a whole new area. We'll set up buildings there later. When it comes to map design, I always start with the outside first. Well, I start with the layout and everything. I model the outside, but I don't fully texture it. The inside is what gets textured all the way first. That's how every map on Spectre at least starts off. I build the layout, the exterior gets modeled and everything. You know. Yeah, sometimes the terrain comes in last. That's the very last thing that comes in, and sometimes I miss those little details, especially when it's in a small room. I'm pretty sure when I did the Family 1 rework for Spectre 1, it had the issue again in the workout room, where the terrain was actually poking out in one tiny corner. And it didn't load in until you got in that corner. It's like, oh. It's not doing the floating point thing, right? No. Good to know. Check the gun. No floating point. Thank you. I hate seeing that little gap in between. Even though most of you guys will never realize it ever. I hate it. This is gonna be annoying now, trying to work in this road. Ooh. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be like the old one again. I still yet to put this anywhere. God. least we can start putting in the tall buildings soon. I can't wait to drive down this road in particular. It's just a straight shot and everything. It's gonna be fun. But it is a pretty packed area. This is what I'm guessing. This is where most of the players will be, around the middle of the map. I wasn't really. There's nothing on Spectre 2 I didn't really want to work on, really building wise. Okay, I take that back. When it comes to designing vans, vans are arguably one of the most annoying things to design for me. Because I know people are constantly like, oh, it's the same recolor again and again. You gotta understand, making those... So there's 5 different base models we had, and then making different types of designs and all that. It got really annoying. Vans are possibly one of my least favorite things to work on in all of Spectre. Like, they are beyond annoying when I make them. I don't have any fun making a van. So, there's that. Vans are not fun. This part is gonna suck. Leoton. Again. Like there are things that I will tolerate, but there are also things that I just despise working on. Like I'll finish it. Yeah, I'll finish it. But I ain't gonna be a happy man. It's like the roads right now. I'm fine with the road, the sidewalk. But these lines, they're getting to me. They're getting to me. I'm losing it right now. This is gonna be fun. Trying to figure out how I do this. There we go. So I think I'll do that. It's so easy making a road when it's just a straight line, but when it's like this all over the place, it's pretty annoying. I think I know what I'll do here. Which will make my life easier, matter of fact, if I do it like this. So, bring out the road again. And then we make a straight shot here. It should fix the issue I'm having right now. We have that. So the worst part is trying to see how I want to do these buildings, because this is when you have like triangles and wedges like this, it starts to get really annoying building lines. But I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I usually do. This is the next issue, is how will I do this part, actually? So we're gonna do it like that. Then we run into this issue. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to do that. But I feel like that doesn't fix the main issue I have with this. God, it's trying to do this so annoying right now. So I want to make sure the road is long enough, but I also should have thought this one through more. Like once I get to this part, this will be so easy. It's just straight lines, but I also don't want the city just to be all straight and everything. I want some diagonal stuff, so like this. But it is annoying trying to build the foundation and everything here. That building, you gotta move like here. Because the question is, do I now just connect this highway this way? So if we do this, let's say, bring it over here. So we have a straight shot here. Over. So I think we'll work on this area. Right? Okay, let me redesign this place. So if I do want this part of the map here again, because I really liked how it looked back then, where it was overlooking the bridge in a way. I really like the look of it. It just looked really cool. So I'll rework this area a little. So I'll bring this area right here again. Bring the road here. I think I'll just have to bite the bullet, remove that part there. Yeah, that will work. That will work. Move that part. Bring this over here. Move this white line. Take out that sidewalk piece with that. Bring that over. Send this forward. Alright, there we go. So now we have this building back in position where I want it to be. Oh, now comes the next fun part, trying to figure out how I want to... hello baby chicken wing. Okay. Ooh, that part of the road would be short, so I'll probably have to introduce like a little building there. That's fine. Okay. I'm thinking, I'm liking the placement of this building now. So, now that the building is there, I'm gonna move the road over here. It gives me more room to play here because I didn't like how small this area would be. Alright. Okay. Okay, we can work with this. We can work with this. I think I know what I'll do here. So, bring this forward. Over here. And then eventually, I want it to meet up with this part of the road. But I don't want it to be such a sharp curve. What is this? So this is 2. Okay, so it's 2 degrees. Okay, so I'm gonna need 2 parts to do that. So I'm gonna do. What size is this usually? This is 24, so we're gonna do this 48. Because I don't want the angle to be too sharp, but I also don't want it to be too like wide in a way, I guess. You kind of get what I mean? So we're gonna move this over here. Go. So we'll move this to, yeah, we'll do 90 studs. Go. Then it should line up again perfectly with this road once more. If I did it right. Okay, that's the issue though. Now it feels like it's way too tight. That's my next issue. That, how weird would that look? So intersection will be like, okay, I think I'll just have to leave it like that. Let me see how long this road will be. So they'll be 87 studs long. Is there a road as short as that? This road is what? Oh, there's a really short road here, actually. So this is 116, 116 again. That's 87. Okay. We'll move this down to 90. I don't want a road to be too short because then it looks really weird. So this is now 86.5. I think I'll leave it like that, man. So that way we can just... Oh boy. Designing roads are not fun at all. That's a fact for me. Hate it. Okay. So do that. Project Argon is a open world game that we are currently working on. As for gameplay wise, I can't go too much into detail as we are still working on it. But once we get finished with the game and it's more like what we think it'll be, then we'll share gameplay and everything. So as of right now, it's just open world. It'll be based around a lot of group related stuff, but you can still play this game if you're a solo. So you don't have to worry if you're just a solo player. We're looking out on how to do solo too. I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and just... Oh, that's gonna be so weird. It's so weird. Yeah, no. Not a fan of that. Or could do that. We'll try that out. I hate it when a road is like that though. Ooh. What was it like before? Okay, so it was like that before, so it's... Oh right, that is there to make sure that we don't run into... Man, this is annoying, trying to figure it out. So no matter what, this area is just gonna have to be weird. Figure it, we'll if we move it like this. Okay, I can actually deal with that. Yeah, I can deal with that now. Okay, I'm actually happy with this, how this looked. I was struggling a while trying to make this look somewhat decent. So that's fun. Alright, now's this bottom part. Yeah. Designing roads, not fun at all, especially trying to figure out how you actually want it to be. Because I also want, I need to make sure that when driving, I don't want too much of a sharp angle, or then it's like, ooh, you're not gonna have fun driving around the map. So all of a sudden you gotta make a sharp turn and you just spun out. Most people do not want to deal with that, so trying to look out overall. You gotta be kidding me. So I actually know. There we go. Move it up, move it back. There we go. Same thing will apply to here. Guess I gotta move this down. Move this up. Okay. Then because I don't want this just to be just like that tiny, I'll add a road here. And it helps that a lot of these are bigger now, because this is where the skyscrapers are kind of gonna be, in a way. This So when it comes to this edge, you're gonna see that most of these buildings will be shorter. They're not gonna be as tall. They're not gonna be like very tall. But in the middle will have like, let me give a demonstration here. Like the middle could have, I don't care how perfect this is right now, but the middle could have like a building like that tall. So like that's the middle area. As you move into the middle, buildings get taller, but as you start to move away from the middle, it starts to get a bit shorter in a way. So that's how we'll work this in. Next part is trying to figure out how we want this mess to be. And I think I just found my answer in just like a few seconds, so that's cool. Oh yeah, this will work. There we go. So we have the general building plan done. This area will be pretty... These buildings are probably going to be very compact and very small, is what I'm guessing. Like little tiny, like family-owned businesses, I guess. And because it's on the outer edge, it actually kind of makes sense, too. They're not too tall either, so... You'll still have some tall buildings here. Right. So we got that area laid out now. My question is, where can this motel be put? I have to put the motel somewhere. Okay. If I put it here... Put it here. Move it around this area, I'd say. Oh, that's gonna look cool. Especially when all the tall buildings are like here. Oh, that's gonna be cool. Alright, I think we're gonna leave the motel there. Because overall, you're gonna see... What you're gonna see here is there's gonna be highway walls. And then this area will probably be like a... forest area? Like a little forest. I don't know yet. We'll see. So either put the motel there, or we could try putting it here. I think it makes more sense to put it here, though. I think it would look really cool here. So, we're gonna leave it there, actually. Yep. So it is lined and everything. Now we have to grab this trusty road of mine. Move it over here. Start putting the road down. Again. Easily my least favorite thing. So we move that there because it's the same size. Take this road again, move it here. We'll deal with this part of the map later. I want to get the road layouts here and then probably start gray boxing the area to get a future idea of how this area will look and everything. Let's see. Nope. I'm not going to do that. I'll delete that. Loading gap. God damn it. Fixed. Floating gap again. Fixed. I know this is gonna be a floating gap. Fixed. Actually, take this road again. I hate floating gaps. In case you. That just clicked in my head. Oopsie. Okay. It's a wonderful thing. How I think I'll make a curved road here. Then. We'll deal with that later. I didn't realize that till now. Oops. Unfortunately, I do not care to take care of it right now. Okay, there we go. That's the first blue part gone. The question is which road do I want? Alright. This long, this one over here. Please don't say that's a floating gap again. God damn it. Redo this road then. I hate floating gaps, the floating points. And I know I don't need to fix it, but it bothers me. And I don't want to be left bothered like that. So now it's perfect. All lined up. This over here. Take this road, move it around. There we go. Move road over here. Now let's do the same process here too. Yeah, okay. So I think I'm gonna end it here once I do the current road I'm working on. Like this area, at least. Gonna go eat soon. So I'm gonna move this white line over here. God, we can actually make this one shorter now. It's over here. I should match up. Yeah, it does. I'm getting in the groove of this. I'm doing this quick now. Man. Still doesn't change the fact I despise these lines. But thankfully, we can just drag this one across. There we go. Next up is the yellow line. Alright, I have to move that. Okay. Let's just get that over with right now. This is easily the most annoying part. I hate having to redo a part of a highway. Oh, thank God I got it first try. I don't need that line anymore. No, I do. Okay, so take this line. Just have to check my ping really quick what that was. Here. Okay, yeah, no, it matches up. I just wanted to be sure. I thought I was crazy there. No, I was not. I don't have the template there already yet, so over here. This one. The highways are so annoying. Though I am glad I did add them. I could have just kept that old map, but I was not a fan of it. And the layout was fine. It was kind of decent, but the layout can always be improved on. Why settle on decent when I can settle on great? That is what I want. I don't want a map that I just started to just fall off short on. So we're getting near the end of this road. And I know I said I'd get off after this, but I think the last road I really quick want to do is this one, so I can just get... So I don't have to deal with this highway again. Get finished with it. Okay, so... Once again, we're just going to need to take apart here. Okay. Over here, move that there. There we go. Split this highway. And do the same process here again. Perfect first try. I know this is not perfect. I already eyed it out. Yeah. That wasn't even perfect either. There we go. Love to see that right away. This over. I think, yeah, that's waypoint 2. So now that we know that, I don't have to touch that side. Just leave it there. And then go back to this one. There we go. Then the road is the same length, so we can just take that. Okay, I can't take that white stripe, unfortunately. And I'll fix any mistakes if it doesn't line up properly. It looks like it does. Alright, that was not too bad. That was actually really quick right there. Now I won't have to cry later on. Even though it wasn't too bad, but I still hate doing that part. It's fine when I'm making a road. Oh! Alright, yeah, I forgot it is supposed to be like that. Oops. Okay. I'll just connect this last part. If I really wanted to, I could add another road here, but I don't think I will. I think that will just make it look weird. God, I noticed that one instantly. It's not. Yeah, that's perfect. it. Good. Really? Popped up on your recommended. That's actually surprising. To my analytics, at least what YouTube shows me, I barely pop up on people's recommended, so that's actually nice. I stream. For me, I stream. My goal is to stream every week, so I do have my next streams. It's on my community tab. But the next time I stream is... Let me pull up the calendar. March 22nd, March 27th. No, we're not particularly hiring anyone. But I'm not exactly like... I don't know. Like, I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not exactly sure what we'd be hiring for. Yeah, I'm glad I fixed my stream issue last week, because last week it was fine, the quality was fine, but that FPS was horrendous. That was terrible. I updated my AMD GPU drivers, and thankfully it looks like that actually fixed the issue for this stream, so I'm glad. We may consider other builders, I'm not sure, because I am... How many people do we have at Periodic Games? Let me pull up all the devs. So we have Low Polys, Olorist, Aerophobes, Mr. Hexbug, Seager. Wow, there's 5 scripters, 1 builder. That is... maybe. You could always try... I'm not a lead developer. I mean, for this project, I consider it more of a shared partnership when it comes to, I'd say like co-lead, I guess. Granted, there's only 2 of us. I'm working with a scripter right now. God damn it, I said I would end this stream a while ago, but I am in the mood. I'm sorry, I will get to you soon. I know we got some CS to do, but I am... The work is calling my name right now. We may hire a lot more builders in the future. That's the one thing I really want, because I'm the only builder. We'll get you out of the hellhole, all right? But if you're still here, Hermes, you can always contact me on Discord. I have my private Discord in the description. It depends. So more builders wouldn't exactly make a game go faster. It's the fact that more builders would actually mean we don't have to contract someone, because right now, when you think of all the periodic game groups, I am literally the only builder out of all of these. So, like, oh, who built for Lithium Labs? I did. Who built for Argon? I am. Who's building for Helium? I am. And who's gonna build Silicon? Silicon was a different thing. I don't know what happened with Silicon. I barely hear anything about it. That's the one group I am clueless about. Granted, I don't care. I don't like building simulators, but hey, there's that. Max is a script. Thank God I'm glad he's taking up animation, because that is one thing that periodic games absolutely fumbles on, is animation. And if he continues, he could easily be the primary animator. Just gotta keep going, keep working out the experience and all that. Yeah, that's my username. I'll get in contact with you after this stream. I'm just gonna want to see examples of work, and then I'll see. Because I know, particularly when it comes to low polys and lores, they're not very interested in hiring. But granted, I did come up with freeze tag with Helium software, and then I just whatever. I just went along there, which it worked out better. The goal would be to have, hopefully, the goal is for more developers, meaning more projects we can work on, because we don't want the same developers working on the same projects over and over again. And I'll see it. You may get a primary position, or you may be a support developer, because we have, while there's 6 developers in total right now, I would say Aerofolds is more of a support. He hasn't actually worked. He hasn't been on a core. He's not a core part of any team right now. I mean, he could be in Silicon, but again, like I said, I don't know what he's doing. So you could either get a core position, or you could become a support. And we don't care what you do. You can just build. You can work for other games too. We don't care. But it would be nice to have another builder, because with all these projects that I'm working on, it gets really annoying. But I don't mind building after all. Building is fun. Okay, yeah. Once I finish this road, I'm officially gonna call it. I'll be back again next week on Wednesday with a what is that? March 22nd. Yeah. I'll be back on March 22nd streaming again. The goal is to keep streaming every week. I wanna see how the progress goes, because that's one thing I really missed about seeing that on Spectre, was actually seeing the progress. I love booting up, like loading up old save files I have of places and seeing the progress I made. That is my favorite part of any game development, of any. It's just like, it's nice to see when a map turns from orange to gray to fully detail and materials. Yeah, so my stream is consisted around my friend's schedule, so every time I stream, that's when he's working. So that's kind of the schedule I have. So you'll see the goal is for it to be Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, and vice versa. I'll keep doing that every week. That's my goal. Oops, I did not want to delete that. You know, Michael, you keep saying the public server and everything, but you haven't even joined it yet, have you? Oh, you haven't. This game, I can't talk too much about it, because we're still working out the gameplay and everything, but it's open world. And it's gonna involve a lot of, it's gonna involve, around group play. I'm really excited. The way that Low Polys and I are, like, planning out this game, I just can't wait. It's a passion project for us. We've always wanted to make a game of this, but we were never sure when. And now we're very confident with our skills now. Like, looking back at the old open world game we tried to make, man, My building was decent, but it is nothing like it is today. Today, it is much better. And I just can't wait. When all of this gets filled up, when it's all gray boxes, it's completely... It looks cool. But when the gray boxes turn into finished buildings later on, I can't wait. I really cannot wait to see the progress. That's the best part. So, this game's timeline is taking place in the near future. It's not modern, but it's not too futuristic. It's like in the near future. Okay, chasing the life. I'm gonna take a guess who clipped that. Okay. Oh wow, that actually lined up perfectly. I'm surprised. Also, like I said earlier, in case some of you missed out, I do have a Discord server. It's my personal one now. It's not Periodic Games. Pretty dead right now, but we're just slowly building up. Slowly building up. That's where, if you really want to get in contact with me, I suggest joining the personal Discord server, because that's where you'll get the fastest response from me. Because I don't have periodic DMs open, neither do I have my pings on there. So there's that. So if you want the fastest way to contact me about anything, that's the way to go. Alright. So I'm gonna end it here. Made pretty nice progress today. And none of these roads exist. It is. Man, it's fun. It kind of looks like I barely did anything, but at the same time, there's so much work that I did today. This is love it. It was much more eventful than last week's stream of me going around, placing the lines, and that's it. So I'll be back next week, March 22nd. That's the next stream. No set time yet. I stream whenever I feel like it. So I'll see you.